Hello, my loves, and welcome to Crumpets and Tea. Here we have Due, week 2. Okay, let's just start off with so much to do, so little time. Actually, I have 4 months, cuatro, but it still feels like there's so much to do. Okay, I'm gonna put you right there. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with my mental health. Okay, this is a topic that I've covered before in another video, and you can look for it on my YouTube channels and their videos. Okay, so basically, I suffered from PTSD, depression, anxiety, and whatever else comes with it. Okay, so let's go ahead and say that I was on medication, but starting my trip in Italy, I was not able... Oh, look, there's my roommate. Hello, fans! Hi. Okay, we have a lot to talk about today, so let's just get straight to it. Update on mental health. This month, the first 5 days, I was taking medication. I'm no longer on it. Not by choice or not by recommendation. I just couldn't get it in time for Italy, and so I just didn't get it. How is that working out, you ask? I think it's going well because I haven't really been, like, I don't know, triggered or something. But we'll keep seeing. You know, I do get minor headaches, and that is one of the side effects when you stop. So I think that's pretty much, like, the biggest thing I noticed the difference, but... maybe it helps that I exercise a lot here in Italy. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see. Another thing. Okay, there's so many places to go see and, like, visit and eat at. Like, it's amazing here. Okay, for all my Jersey Shore fans, we have gone to the club where they went. We've gone to 2 of the clubs they went to. So, yeah, look at us. Like... you know, just going to their spots. We also know where they used to work at. We have yet to try that place. What else? Oh, we went to the same exact 99-cent store they went to. So, you know, just like living in their steps. Unless you don't like them, then unfortunately we are coincidentally. But I love me some Vinny. What else? Okay, let me give you a review, really a quick review on, the night entertainment nightclubs. Okay, so the biggest discoteca they have here in Firenze is, grazie. The biggest discoteca they have here is, Space. Space is like the discoteca of, like, discotecas. Space is one of the clubs that Jersey Shore went to, FYI. But Space is also really into, like, the music is EDM, house music. So if you're not into that music, like, go ahead and go once, you know, just to check it out, because it is here. But, yeah, that's all it is EDM and, house music. Another thing is that there are dancers, like, dancing. So it's kind of like a Vegas, like, a vibe. Or, I don't know what vibe, but it reminded me of Vegas, like the dancers were dancing up on there. I don't know how people walk here on Cobblestones. I'm actually going to show you a clip right now of me walking in Cobblestones. If you plan on coming to Florence, and I mean like coming to go to the nightclubs, please don't wear tiny little heels or anything that doesn't have a wedge, because you will be walking on this. This is Cobblestones. These are Cobblestones. And this is literally where you have to walk on, just like me, and struggle. The other day I wore my little pink heels. That's what he gave me, and I was struggling. I was dying. I couldn't walk. Literally ruined my life. It's so difficult. I tripped. I fell. I had to ask someone to carry me. Like, it makes you rethink how hard life is on Cobblestones. But anyways, this is me currently walking right now struggling. I literally have to pay attention to where I'm walking because otherwise I'll fall or trip, and no one wants to see that.
What's the animal?
Cow.
The pig, you know, no cow.
It's a cow?
Cow.
Teacher?
Only cow. This is different.
This is a pig.
This is another animal. Pig, yeah. We finished the animal.
The beefsteak, I did okay. Bistecca, yeah. That's a signature dish of Florence, the bistecca fiorentina, the Florentine beefsteak, yeah? A particular type of cow, chianina, particular cut, and very shortly it is put on fire. It is appreciated rare.
The best brother.
Yeah.
You can have a kid. His name was Simone. I used to pet him before I killed him.
Oh my
He was a cat, you know. What is this? Now.
Oh, it's a cat?
Never tried cat? No. Best cat. Yeah, very, very, very good. Never wanted this.
No. Oh my
He
god.
doesn't bite.
And of course he has the... Okay, sono scandalizzati. Okay,
It's a
are there any
rabbit.
questions? What? Yeah, that's a rabbit.
Okay, we can't hear him.
Yeah. So what these guys all of...
Okay. I do definitely want to talk about the art museum. We had the opportunity to go see Marina Abramovic. I don't want to butcher her name, so I'm not going to say the last name, but Marina. And she has an exhibit right here in Firenze. And it was the most amazing, like literally mesmerizing art museum I've ever been to. This photograph right here, I did twice. I walked between a woman and a woman and a man and a woman. Never done that in my life. Everything about it was just so mesmerizing and hypnotic. I definitely recommend that if you ever want to go see an art exhibit or anything, or you ever have the opportunity of seeing her, like, please go do it. Like, it's just so wonderful. Another thing we did was a food crawl, and so they took us to like 5 places and we tried out like little samples of the food. Okay, so like they took us to like the typical, like places that are, created for like study abroad students or like, tourists. And so I did like the Red Garter for the vibe. Like, you do karaoke and like it's a fun place. You can do beer pong or like, sit at tables. So like they have different rooms, and in each room like they have a different thing going on. So that's cool. We also went into Lion's Fountain, which is cool. They give you this bracelet, and then every time you go in, like, it's discounted, and they also can give you like a stamp to get into a nightclub if it's that day. The weather is actually really cold though. Like, I lost my voice and I've been really sick. Not that sick, but I just didn't get my flu shot either, so maybe that had a lot to do with it. Or maybe just, who knows, the change in like the lifestyle or the weather. The weather is actually really, really, really cold. Like, if you're gonna be here in the month of January, you need like a jacket. And I don't mean like a jacket, like I mean like a really, really, really winter like fur wool jacket. Like, my professor, she was even saying like you should get wool, like nothing else is gonna help you right now. So definitely anything that's gonna keep you warm, gloves, a scarf, a beanie, anything for your ears and earmuffs, like layer up. And even inside of the house, so Italy doesn't necessarily like, they don't have like heaters. And if you are lucky enough to have a heater like us, then like the city controls it. Like, so they have their specific times when they are going to turn them on and turn them off. And so like, let's say right now it's going to turn off at 10. And then after that, like, that's it, you're cold. So what most typical Italians here do is like they layer up even in their house. Like, that's their thing. Like, if you're cold, like, have you layered up yet? Like, wear a sweater. So I'm like literally wearing a blanket because it's cold and I'm still getting over my cold. And so, oh my god, something we learned is that nobody here eats, what is it? Lasagna? No, not lasagna. Fettuccine Alfredo. No one here eats fettuccine Alfredo. Like, that's not a thing.
Or chicken parmesan.
Or chicken parmesan. Like, it's not a thing. And neither is spaghetti and meatballs. Spaghetti and meatballs is not a thing. Those are all American created Italian dishes that like no one here eats, and it's against like their like law. Like, why would you eat chicken with pasta? So literally right now we went to this restaurant, and they did like first they serve you the pasta, or like whatever it is that you get, like gnocchi, and then you eat that, and then they bring you the meat. Excuse me. So it goes by like entrees, and it's never like together, like mixed up. And the bread, they don't eat bread like we do back in the States, where like you just eat it for fun with balsamic. Like, they don't do that at all. Like, the only time you eat the bread is with the meal. And like, especially after when you're basically like done with your meal, like there's still sauces. Like, they don't leave anything. Like, you use your bread to like clean your plate. Like, that's a saying here, like clean your plate with the bread. What else? What else? We learned so much in our history class this week. Well, it's not history class, but it feels like a history class. We learned so much. Like, first of all, you're never alone. All the bacteria inside of your body keeps you company. Like, there's more bacteria in your body than anything else. So, bacteria is just all up in there in your body. But, oh, we also, this is actually really like, our professor was talking about how like all the animals like they eat, and so like I'll include clips too. We went to the Mercato Centrale in Florence, and they have like a horse like shop, and then they have like just specific like meat, like boar and everything, and like rabbit, and it's interesting. And so what was I saying? Okay, in the Mercato Central, like that area, it used to just be produce, like groceries, and then because of the high tourism, they created the second floor and the upstairs floor to be like a food court. And so now it's like a food court, but it's basically for tourists, because like people here don't go and like eat their food there. Like, they used to take it and cook it. And so the downstairs, they were telling us about this person that he used to only sell stuff for like you to take away. Like, everything's for you to buy, like, large portions like cheese or meat or whatever, and you take it away and you cook it obviously at your house. But now, because of the high tourists, like, tourists are not gonna come here and like eat their food, like take it home and cook it. Like, where are they gonna cook? So they're here for like a weekend or a week or whatever. And so they started making the food like where you'd say like, oh, I want a pound or something, and they they take it. And so they started doing that. And also like the rent and stuff, like people have to move out now, because like they can't afford it, because like now people are using Airbnbs. And so the landlords are realizing that they get more money from Airbnbs than rent. So when you like get an Airbnb, maybe think about that. Like, I'm not saying don't, it's like bad, but like all these people are having like they're being kicked out of their homes because the rent is going up, because it's better to like use it as an Airbnb. And so like I know it's like so much cheaper to get an Airbnb, but like that just makes you think like all these people that are like used to live here, like they have to like move out of the city. Like, this was their home for many years, and like now they just have to move because of like the high tourism. And there's hotels, like there's a lot of hotels here. What else did we learn? What else did we learn? I feel like our German professor taught us so much. I feel like so far we did a lot during the week. But like Monday through Thursday we go to school. And then like Friday we had the day off. And we went to Bamboo, which is another nightclub here. The thing here with nightclubs is that like they tell you like, oh, you just pay like 10 euros and you get a free drink. But technically, you're not getting a free drink, like you're paying for it with your 10 euros. Unless you're getting two free drinks. Like if it's like 10 euros and like two free drinks, then like, okay, but like, there's only so many. And there's something literally to do like every single day. Like on Mondays, they have this at a certain nightclub, and Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays, because they're catering to all the study abroad students, or like all the students here in the area. And so I suggest, oh, okay, another thing is that when you're at the Duomo, don't go like eat at the restaurants that are literally right there, because those, I mean, like you can, why not? But our professor, like we did a walking tour, and like he walked us around all those places, and he told us like, okay, don't go to this establishment because like this is not Italian food, like this is fake food created for tourists, you know? So like he showed us the spots that are actually like local places, and we have yet to go because they close at 12:30. I mean 3:30. So they're only open from 12 to 3:30, and that's it. Like that's the lunchtime. So it's really hard to go during that time. But we're gonna go and I'll tell you how it was. Okay, so I think that is all for right now. I'm gonna go ahead and add some clips about I'm gonna add some clips from the Mercato Centrale so you can see what it's like. If any of you are here in this area and you're actually gonna do some grocery shopping, or if you just want to go eat there, you can do that too. It's extremely expensive, so it's not like on a budget. So you might as well just go to like a real restaurant. And then I'm also gonna include when we walked up to Piazzale Michelangelo, and you can see the whole view of the whole city. That was one of the most beautiful places. I'm gonna include that as well. Okay, so that was my week 2. I'm learning so much Italian already. Well, I think I am, because I feel like, okay, like little words you catch on, and like people, and if they speak slow, then like I can understand, but if they speak really fast, and you're like, what are you saying? So like it's been really neat. Oh, another thing is that people here do not drink their coffee to go. Like if you order a coffee to go, you will be like like most bars don't have that. Okay, cafes here, like we call them in the States cafes, like let's say you're going to a cafe, like here they're only called bars, like they're only bars. So you say like, oh, I'm going to a bar, you're literally just getting a coffee. I mean, you could get a drink too, but you know, like that's where they make their coffees. And the difference is that you don't go up to them necessarily and like ask for coffee. Like you go to the cashier, you grab a receipt, and then you go and you hand it to the bar person making the drinks, the barista. I don't know if they're called baristas here, but that person, and then they make it for you. So that's different. Oh my god, I just remembered. We went grocery shopping and we went to Co-op. Okay, if you're gonna live here for a good amount of time or any time, don't go to Conad, or unless like it's seriously like walking distance for you, like a block down your house, okay, then go. But like I would say that if you have the time and you can walk to the Co-op, then walk to the Co-op, because it's honestly like cheaper, it's more affordable, and like it's where all the locals go. And so we took a walk over there. It's a good walk. We took a walk. Take your own bags, because they will ask you if you have your own bag unless you speak Italian. Then you won't be able to tell them like no, because you have no idea what they're saying. And another thing is that they're like they try to save like their planet, like they're very sustainable. So you obviously get charged for a bag. Okay, number one thing at the store. Weigh your produce. You have to put on gloves and weigh your own produce. Unfortunately, we had no idea. Oh my god, it's my favorite song. Fortunately, we had no idea, so we were not able to purchase our bananas because we had no idea. You had to, like, we got our own bananas, obviously, but we took them with us to the cash register thinking, like, oh, they're going to wait or something, like at Safeway. No, 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 no. You have to do that yourself. You have to like grab your own bananas and weigh them in the little machine. You have to memorize the code, then insert it in the little computer that's next to the produce, and then it weighs it for you and it prints out a little sticker that you have to put on your bag. So make sure to do that if you're ever grocery shopping here. Number 2, We went to the San Ambrogio market, which is like the Mercato Centrale, but it's the San Ambrogio market, one of the biggest ones here. Or like, not biggest, but it's one of the most authentic, like where locals shop because it's on the outskirts. So we went there and I was touching all the fruit, all the produce with my bare hands, and it's like against the law to like touch the produce with your own hands. You have to wear gloves. So like they're very like sanitary here. Like you wear gloves and you put it on if that's the way their stand is. If not, they do it for you. So you tell them what you want. So like let's say pomodoro, which is a tomato, and you tell them how many you want, and they do it for you, and all they do is just hand you the bag and you just pay them. So make sure to look for gloves. One, look for gloves. Two, also look for a number. Most of these stands, they use numbers. They go by numbers. So like you get a little number and then like they'll call your number. Like if you're at Kaiser at the pharmacy. And so they'll call your number and then like you'll tell them what you want. So also know that, because I was waiting for them to talk to me and I realized that people were grabbing a number. So number one, wear gloves. Number two, get a number. And yeah, just practice just know what the things are called. Like I didn't know how to say lettuce in Italian, so I had to go point at it, which is fine. But you know, like if no one is really there and they're helping other people, like some of them don't have signs or anything, so just like be able to know, like Google it before you leave or read your book or something. Yeah, okay, well anyways, thank you for watching Crumpets and Tea. And look, today it's not tea, today it's juice. Any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them down, and also subscribe. Thank you, have a wonderful day.